Hello and welcome to Minor Kamoni Enlightenment Show, a show in which we take enlightening excursions in current, contemporary, and pertinent topics in academics, culture, and life in general. We learn to use reason, sense, and understanding in order to achieve our goals, hopes, and aspirations in life. Having taught English in Kenyan secondary schools for close to 35 years now, I feel most obliged, in fact, one best placed to want to correct mispronunciations of words I have noted across the many years of teaching. And this is not only among students, but the larger public. In fact, of many people who have gone through our education system right up to university. Before I go any further, let me urge you to like this show. Don't stop there, subscribe so that you can be getting notifications of the many more episodes that are upcoming, newer and more interesting. Don't stop there. I'll want you to watch this episode right up to the end. It will be of great benefit to both you and myself. So please remember to watch right up to the end. When we speak English, it is essential to get used to the common sounds of the language. To get used to those common sounds, we are called, in manner of pronunciation, to practice accent reduction. It can also be called accent modification or accent neutralization. The goal here is to be able to speak clearly and confidently, at least with knowledge of stress and intonations that bring out the rhythms and melodies in a way that you will be understood by the general public better. So today we'll look at the pronunciation of common words which most likely you mispronounce or you hear mispronounced again and again. I shall present the word pronounced correctly both in the British and American pronunciations, because I know this is normally the case for much confusion. Let us look at it this way, that many of us, and especially I'm thinking of Kenya, I'm thinking of East Africa, of Africa, went through schools and where English, the British English was taught. So we are used more to the English language in terms of pronunciation and spellings. But let us accept that currently it is the American culture that is on the ascendancy, especially with the advent of the internet and movies. It is the American culture that is there, and we hear again and again American English, and sometimes there is a difference. In fact, this is what we shall be witnessing today. There is a difference in manner of pronunciation, and we shall be working on that. Not to forget that there are many Englishes. I've talked of American and British English, there's Australian English, New Zealand English, there is Indian English, there is East African English, there is West African English, there is English spoken in the Caribbean. There are many differences, but today we shall principally be zeroing down on American English and British English. We shall be talking more about that later. Now, I will present to you the word pronounced, starting with the British, then the American, then I will give guidelines where there are, I will emphasize where the stress is, and where possible, give other words that can help practice that pronunciation. And here we go. The first word we tackle is author. Author. That's British. Americans will say author, author. So you'll see the difference is the first syllables, the Americans will tend towards O, author. The Americans it's and they'll bring out that R. In fact, that is the first guideline that I want us to take. That Americans, when they pronounce their words, they will try to bring out the R. And that is why they will say author, author, if I'm getting it right. Yeah, I should be getting it right. So remember that is that. But what you must never say is author. That is how the word is mispronounced. Other words you must not mispronounce is authority, not authority. Audio, it is audio, never audio. August, never August. Authentic, augment. Let's take care of that. The next word is one in which we need, as I said, accent reduction. And the word is arboretum. 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 The Americans will say arboretum, arboretum. So they'll bring out the R. As I said, they bring out the R. So arboretum. And that's why sometimes it is difficult with the American accent. The British will not. So it is arboretum. On our part, we must not bring out that third syllable. In fact, that is where the stress is. It is a. Give it an. It's not a. It is e. Give it an e sound. So arboretum. Arboretum. Never arboretum. Not arboretum. Just like it is arboreal or arbitrate. So let's note that. Yeah. The next word could be likely could cause raised eyebrows. I can imagine. And the word is captain. Captain. Luckily, it is pronounced the same whether British or American English. Captain. What we must not do is captain. The word is not captain. That is not there. Captain. Captains. Just another word that you would need to pronounce the same is certain. Certain. Don't say certain or uncertain. Uncertainty, not uncertainty. Let us note that. Okay, this one you should be comfortable with it because the word is that actually comfortable. Comfortable. The Americans will put it even faster. Comfortable. Comfortable. It's only 3 syllables for the Americans, but for the British, it is 4 syllables. Comfortable. Comfortable. For you, what you must not do is this. The stress is on the first syllable, but you can imagine that O is not even there. Don't bring it out, so don't say com. It's comfortable. Comfortable. And then don't bring out the R. The R is silent, so don't say comfortable. Comfortable. That is a common mistake many people make. Comfortable. It's comfortable. Yeah? So comfortability, comfortless, and comfortable. Let us note that. This next one is pronounced the same in British or American English, and it is determine. 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 Note that the stress is on the second syllable. Determine. And it is never determine. 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 That word, M-I-N-E, that part of the is determine, as I said. Just like we say famine. Famine, never famine. Feminine, never feminine. But English is an interesting language, in fact a curious one, because we say asinine. Asinine. So an asinine remark is a stupid remark. So you can say that was an asinine remark. Yeah. The next one is a word whose origin is French. But when it was taken into English, it retained its French pronunciation. But many people get it wrong. And this is elite. 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 E-L-I-T-E. Many people will say elite. Don't make that mistake. It's elite. Luckily, it is pronounced both by the Americans, the same, I mean, by both the Americans and the British. Equally, a word of French origin into English and commonly used is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. The Americans will put it entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. But the British, entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. The stress is on that last syllable. You can see it's a long word, 4 syllables, but it is there, entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. So don't be saying entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, because this is a common mistake you hear again and again. The next one, I'm sure you've heard it or you have heard it. And in fact, it is that. Hard. Hard. The British will say heard. I heard it. The Americans heard. Heard. They'll bring out the R again. Heard. But the British heard. So I heard it. Just the R, the long R sound. The Americans will bring out the R. Yeah? Another word that is similar to that is heart. Heart. The human heart. That organ in the body. Heart. Of course, the Americans will put the R. So heart. Heart. Note that. The next one that we take up is honor. Honor. That's the British. That's what they'll say. The Americans, honor. 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 Yes, it is R for them, not O. Yes. But the thing to note here is that in that word, the H is silent. It's silent. Don't mispronounce it and say honor. It's a matter of great honor. I've heard that a lot. Or honorable. Or honest. No, it is honorable, honest, our. But don't assume that all words beginning with the H in English, the H is silent, because we've got hotel, hostel, hospital. The point is that we must learn those in which the H is silent and those which they are not. And the words I've given there are an example. The next one, I think some people might accuse me of being blasphemous when I say that all over the world, in terms of pronunciation, many have not seen the light. And the word here is Jesus. Jesus. You can take it as Jesus or Jesus. Here, let me use it to give some guideline on pronunciation. Mostly in English, the letter S, if it comes in between two vowel sounds, it takes the Z sound. So it is Jesus. Jesus. But for this particular word, it has got two possible pronunciations as Jesus or Jesus. What you must not do is Jesus, 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 and you hear a lot of that. The next one is another long word, laboratory. Laboratory. That is the British pronunciation. The Americans, laboratory. Laboratory. It is the same word. The difference is this, that the British will stress the second syllable, laboratory, laboratory. But the Americans stress the first syllable, laboratory, laboratory. So, same word, please note that, the difference in that. This next one is interesting. Again, an area where we need to modify our accent and remove it, because the word is longevity. Longevity. That is the British. The Americans, longevity. Longevity. So you can see the difference. Whereas that first syllable for the British, it is long. For the Americans, it is lan. Longevity. The second syllable is the one that receives stress in both cases. So longevity or longevity. By all means, don't say longevity. And that is what you hear with many people. Longevity. Again, not modifying our. The next one is meager. Meager. The British will spell it M-E-A-G-R-E, meager. The Americans will spell it M-E-A-G-E-R and say meager, meager. They will bring out that R at the end. They will try to bring it. Yes. So meager and meager. The next one is one that describes something that is pleasing to the eye, but many people confuse it. The word is pleasant. Pleasant. So note that L-E-A will not be ple, not E. It is A, pleasant. And of course the S takes the Z sound. So pleasant. Pleasant. As you already said, it is a Z. It is a Z because it is in between two words. So pleasantly. Pleasantness. Pleasantry. Yeah? Pleasantry. All those words, that's what we say. The next one, again, describes something beautiful, but many people spoil it when they don't get it right. And the word is pretty. Pretty. Never say pretty. Not pretty. It is pretty. Well, some nuances between the Americans and the British. Whereas the British will say pretty, pretty. The Americans will say pretty, pretty. Yeah? But the stress is on the first syllable in both cases. This one is cause for much confusion. Yeah? And the word is purpose. Purpose. That is British. Americans purpose. Purpose. They will bring out the R. That is the main difference. Purpose. Yeah? But in both cases, the stress is on the first syllable. Purpose. On your part. Don't be saying purpose. Purpose, and that is what you hear many people say. Yeah? The next one, again, is mispronounced over and over again. I guess we can blame the teachers here again. The teachers. And the word is pupil. 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 But you will hear it mispronounced pupil. 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 Giving the second syllable the long E sound. It's not there. It is pupil. Pupil. Let's know that. This next one is interesting, but it's the kind of word that shows that you're a clever person if you are able to bring out this distinction in your conversation. And the word is psyche or psych, spelled P-S-Y-C-H-E, psyche. Psyche is if you use the word as a noun, and psych is if you use it as a verb. As a verb. It is just in that category of words as in psychology, psychiatry, psychotic, psychopath, yeah? But be very careful. And even the one that follows again is in that category where you have to know how you're using it. And the word is either row or row. Row or row. If you're using it as a noun, meaning an argument or a quarrel, then it's a row. I had a row with my friend. But if you're using it as a verb, it is row. Row. Row, row, row your boat, row, row, row your boat. I think many of us can't remember that song. The next one is one that you will hear it mispronounced again and again, and especially in the pulpit. Yeah, the word is sacred. Sacred. It is pronounced sacred, never sacred. Sacred. Wrong. So, sacredness, sacredly, never sacred, even if it's on that pulpit. This one I can see somebody out there saying, no. There's no way I've been mispronouncing this, but maybe you have done it and many times over. And the word is said. 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 Whether in British or English or American English, it is said. S-A-I-D. Don't say said. Said. That category of words we said. Said. Look, maid. We don't say maid, it's maid. The housemaid or the bridesmaid. We don't say main, it's main. Main road, main office. That's what we say. Or paid, paid. Not I paid, I paid. Or I feel pain, it's I feel pain. I feel pain. Let's note that. The following one, we talked about Jesus, but now let's talk about Satan. And the word is that Satan. Satan. Don't call him Satan. It is Satan. Satan. Let's note that. The following is one of these long words, but we must get it right. And it is the word is sovereignty. Sovereignty. The British will say sovereignty. The Americans will say sovereignty. Sovereignty. There's a difference. Sovereignty. But it is not sovereignty. Sovereignty. Please, let's note that. The next one again, we may blame the teachers. And the word is tuition. Tuition. The Americans will say tuition. Tuition. The British tuition. Tuition. They put something there. So let us note that. Don't be saying tuition. Tuition. Because that's a common mistake many people make over and over again. Yeah. Then I'm about to vacate. I'm about to vacate. In fact, that is the word. Vacate. Vacate. Vacate is the American. Vacate is the American. They put stress on the first syllables. The British, it is vacate. Vacate. It's the second syllable. And that is a word. Just like we say vacation. Vacation. Vacant. Vacant. Vacancy. So don't be saying vacancy or vacant or vacation. That is those are the mistakes that people make. So there we are. As we vacate this episode, you have 25 words which you should be able to pronounce correctly at all times, places, and help those who may not be getting it right. In the next episode, we are going to look at specifically at words that Kenyans pronounce wrongly. And let's do this. I want us to start this engagement. Go to the comment section below and you can suggest to me some of the words that Kenyans mispronounce. Whether you are Kenyan or not, let me know, because we want to improve. Yeah, I have been on research and I've discovered, in fact, I thought I could cover it in one episode and I realized now, no, it may take a little bit longer. But I would be happy to start that conversation with you. Words mispronounced by Kenyans. In fact, I think it will be a very interesting episode. Let's engage. Let's engage. Hey, remember to not only like this show, but to subscribe so that you'll get notified when I upload these interesting newer programs. Thank you very much. God bless.